What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And following up on something I saw Butter talking about here a few days ago. You know, we were publishing a bunch of information, stuff, schematics, like design ideas and the like from people inside of Dodge, i.e. Stellantis, dealing with a Dodge Viper and how they were going to base this thing off of the MC20. So, according to my sources, that is an option of viability that is still in play. But it looks like they're taking that design and shortening it and maybe attaching the Duster name to it and a couple of different SRT options. So guys, before we get fully into the video today, you're probably seeing this on Black Friday. That's when I have this video set to publish. I'm going to be out of town and or preoccupied for most of a week. And you're going to love the stuff that comes out of that, I promise. But we have the Ram 1500 giveaway that we're doing right now with Goodies Popcorn. You can go follow them on Instagram. They even have a YouTube account, all that good stuff. They make some of the dopest gourmet popcorn. But they were like, we really want to get this microwave popcorn out there. You know, can you work with us? Can we do something? And they were like, look, let us sponsor you on this giveaway. Like, you can give away a truck. We can sell a ton of popcorn. It'll be a win-win for everybody. And I was like, sure, why not? So right now, until midnight tonight, or I think we said Black Friday, but I think they have the date set to midnight on Saturday, meaning, Saturday going into Sunday. So you're getting a little extra time on that. You can get 100x entries. Now, I believe the box of popcorn has 6 individual packs of popcorn inside, and those 6 individual packs of popcorn will, ship out to whatever address you put in when you place the order. And I believe it's either $11.99 or $12.99. I don't remember directly. I haven't looked at the site because we just launched it yesterday. So you're seeing this like days before Black Friday. I'm filming this days before Black Friday. Anyways, if you want to win that Ram 1500 Laramie, it is posted over on Instagram, and it is posted up over there. And shout out to our guys at Goodies Popcorn for getting that together. Make sure you go follow them on social media as well. But in order to do it, it's very simple, guys. All you have to do, if you're local in the greater Las Vegas area, Goodies Popcorn was like, look, we'll even have a pickup spot where they can come pick up the popcorn. We have some other stuff where we're going to do some events with the truck and some other influential Vegas influencers, and you might even see some athletes in different sports talk about it too. But anyways, if you want to get in, all you have to do is go to tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. I'll tag it in the description. Pick up a box of popcorn. 1 box of popcorn gets you 100x entries. So if it's like, for example, every dollar is multiplied by 100. That's the easiest way for me to explain it to you. So if you want to get the opportunity to get in and win that truck, which is, got to say, clean as F, and you've seen it on this channel several times, then that's your opportunity to do it. But anyways, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. Anyways, getting into the video. So, I've been getting email, you were wrong about the Viper, TK. And I don't think we're wrong about the Viper. I think we're spot on with the Viper, and I think it's going to come. Even though Tim and other people from Stellantis told us at Roadkill Nights that it didn't make sense for them to bring that car to market because their reasoning is you can't have a $300,000 Halo car. And then I say Ford Mustang GTD, and I say Mustang, and I say Corvette ZR1X. Like, yeah, you can. And I think they're gonna have to do it. And from everything else that we know that's going on inside the world of Stellantis right now, from the new Project Hellcat that's going on, which I think is going to make the last generation SRT vehicles look soft as F. And this is one of the reasons why the insiders are selling their Demon 170s left, right, and center. They're dropping like a rock in price. They're dropping like a rock in price because the insiders know that there's more powerful stuff coming. I'm talking 426 powered stuff as like everyday items. Like the Demon 170, which was great, you know, horsepower numbers, what it was able to do, is going to be surpassed by another vehicle from Dodge. You can book that. And it will be something that, yeah, it might be special edition. Yes, you're going to get, you know, bent over by the dealer if you try to buy one. We already know all that's going to happen. But it's going to be amazing. Now, what about this shorter thing that Butter was talking about? I see them keeping that design language. Think Viper and Dodge Stealth in the 90s. Even the design language from like the Charger and the Dodge Avenger and stuff like that, not too long ago. I think we're going to see the Dodge Duster looking like a shorter, smaller SRT4 Hurricane or SRT6 Hurricane powered vehicle. And I think there's going to be tiers. I think they're going to offer both powertrains, a 4 and a 6. And if you've seen what that Hurricane engine can do in a Viper, and don't think Stellantis didn't ask Boosted Motorsports to do that for no reason. They wanted to see. It's not like they couldn't take a Viper and do it themselves. Of course they could. But they also know that they have so many leaks in that damn company that anything that they do is going to get to myself or Butter or one of the other insiders ASAP, and we're going to be talking about it. And then they get put on blast. Boosted Motorsports does it unless he's talking to me or, you know, Butter or Scarlett or one of the other guys, or Cody or one of the other guys that are, you know, in that Mopar group. Then nobody knows about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we know that Boosted Motorsports is building some, we're not talking about it. We knew what was going on with that Viper for months. You know, not months. That's not fair. It wasn't that long, but like we knew what was going on with that Viper, but we're not telling on somebody's build. You know what I'm saying? But I think Stellantis did that on purpose. They wanted to see what that thing was going to be able to do, and it did big numbers, obviously, right? It did big numbers. So I'm excited for what's coming. I think this Duster, if that's what it is going to be called, and I think it is. I think now that and Tim let the SRT guy at SEMA kind of talk, and how they were talking about how they weren't encumbered by having to be tied to the brand or get brand permission. That's why I think you're going to see an SRT CUDA. Plymouth doesn't exist right now. They're on the shelf. But I think they can use those names as SRT models because they're not encumbered by the BS that was FCA previously. Take that for what it is, but I think it's huge news. I think that Butter is spot on when it comes to this thing looking like a Viper, but not being a Viper, but also being an affordable Halo car. I know you guys don't care. I have seen all of the hate in my comments for me talking about, you know, what I thought about the 6-cylinder 6-pack Daytona, or the 6-pack Scat Pack Charger. Look, I came at that from a BMW perspective. It's a European kind of car with a muscle car feel. I think I covered that pretty fairly. I know that, listen, I want a Hemi in that friggin' thing too. I don't want an inline 6 or an inline or a 4-cylinder in these friggin' cars. I don't want that shit. I don't. But you have to work with what you got, man. And they got time. You know, they're probably going through certification now to put a Hemi in the damn thing. It wouldn't surprise me in the least. And, you know, it's not like, I know you guys see us around the executives at Stellantis at some of these events and think, oh, that's how they get all the information. I can tell you right now, the executives don't tell us shit. And they are amazed on how the hell we get the damn information. You know, that said, I am 100% not above the company feeding me information to put out publicly before anybody else. Just I know somebody who's gonna laugh at that. Somebody's gonna laugh at that at the company. But no. But I'm being serious. Like, no, they don't give a shit. They get mad. I mean, they don't get mad, but they're just like, damn, how the hell did you get this? Like, in some cases, they're literally talking about a product, a service, or, you know, what they're building or what they're doing. And I've had multiple executive staff and other people come up to me and go, how in the F? We literally just got out of a meeting and you're publishing a video on it. And I was like, yeah, because I knew about it like 2 days ago from your board, and now I published it. You know, I had it set to publish. I didn't know that y'all were having meetings. That just was a coincidence. Or maybe I knew about the meeting and I set it to publish so that when y'all came out of the meeting, they were like, damn. No, I'm kidding. That's not what happened. But anyways, I think it's funny. I have fun doing it though. And there's a lot of information I get from Stellantis that I can publish on a regular basis. But I've made it very clear to you guys, I am invested into that company heavily now. Heavily. I don't want to see the company fail. Obviously, it's going to hurt me financially. But I also don't want to, you know, ruin the launch of something cool or something that might come out. I could leak something where a product ends up getting canceled. So I don't want to do that. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think about this shorter Viper, a.k.a. Dodge Duster or SRT Duster with an inline four, you know, with the 4-cylinder Hurricane or the 6-cylinder Hurricane? Would you be interested in that? I think that there's a bunch of young kids, JDM guys, that would be. Because the SRT4, the Neon, that thing has a crazy following, man. And I think it could do well. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.
For the longest time, whoa, for the longest time.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Miley